Kia ora everybody, and welcome to a new video from NZ Pocket Guide. Today I'm going to take you to one of the wildest sides of the north end of New Zealand, the region of Taranaki, and talk about my absolute favorite things to do there. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so to begin with, I would like to talk about the town of New Plymouth. There's really heaps to do there, and heaps means a lot in the Kiwi slang. And one of my favorite things to do in New Plymouth is to climb Paritutu Rock. It's a really cool hike that can be quite steep at times, but there's a chain that you can pull yourself up with, and it will give you 360-degree views of the surrounding seas as well as the whole town. There is also the Puke Ariki Museum, which is really awesome, so worth checking out as well. Alright, moving on to the Mount Taranaki, right in the center of the region of Taranaki. So one of the best things to do in Taranaki is to actually summit Mount Taranaki itself. Now you can only do that between December and April, which is summer in New Zealand, because after that the weather is becoming way too changeable and everything is under snow anyway. So make sure that you schedule yourself properly if you're planning on doing that. Another great hike to do in the Taranaki area is the Puakai Circuit. It is the hike that will send you to the Puakai towns, which are those pictures of Mount Taranaki that you've seen countless times on social media, where the mountain is reflecting on a very small lake. That is the hike that you need to do if you want to be able to take that shot for yourself. Okay, so let's explore a little bit more of the whole Taranaki region. One of the best ways to do that is to head to the Surf Highway 45. It is a road that will drive basically through the entire coastline of the Taranaki region, and it has amazing, like a huge amount of amazing pit stops along the way. I'm only going to highlight one of them because otherwise this video is going to go on and on and on forever. So the highlight that I will pick on the Surf Highway 45 is the Cape Egmont Lighthouse. It's this red and white striped lighthouse that you can see photos of that is right in front of the mountain. It is such a unique shot that you can get in this region, and I absolutely love it. But we will get back to the Surf Highway 45 quite soon. Okay, the next thing that I have on my list is to walk to the Three Sisters. So if you go to the Tongaporutu beach, you will be able to walk to an amazing amount of rock formations, and one really striking one called the Three Sisters. It basically looks like the cliff has been carved and pulled apart in order to have those three massive towering rock formations in the middle of the sea, just a little bit away from the cliff. Now this activity is tide dependent, but it's definitely worth doing if you can fit that into your schedule. Alright, next up we're going to be talking about surfing in the Taranaki region. If you are a keen surfer, or if you want to try surfing, Taranaki is a fantastic place to do that. Hell, there is something called the Surf Highway 45 there. So yeah, I told you guys I will get back to the Surf Highway 45 at some point. So yeah, there are some really great beaches in Taranaki that you can go to in order to find some really good breaks, and those include, but are not limited to, Fitzroy, or Oakura and Kumara Patch. Sorry, I had to write them down because otherwise I forget them. Alright, and lastly, the last great thing to do in the Taranaki region is to head north to the Forgotten World Highway. The Forgotten World Highway is an official highway in New Zealand, believe it or not, but it features really rocky kind of roads, to say the least, including a place called the Moki Tunnel, which is going to be the most frightening tunnel you've ever driven through. There is also the Republic of Whangamomona there that I will let you discover on your own. We have a full guide of that on NZ Pocket Guide if you're interested. Alright, so that wraps up this video. There's much more on nzpocketguide.com, so check it out, and the whole team is joining me in wishing you the best time ever in New Zealand.